I have you now, Snubble. You may have a 1% appearance rate, but I've finally got you. You're finally going to join my team. This took a while. What? Come on, Snubble. Come on, you're not able to... There's no escaping me, Snubble. There's no room to escape me. You thought you could escape me, but it turns out that I'm a cheater and I had save states. Hello everyone and welcome to Pokemon Silver. It is a great day. It is a great day because we have captured Snubble. I've been looking for a Snubble since the start of this game. This was an experience. Hold on, I think this is just an issue with, there we go. For some reason I was having trouble seeing that thing appear. I think it's just a matter of, whatever they're called, frames per second or whatever, sometimes syncing up badly. But we've finally got a Snubble. It's female Snubble. We're going to call it Pitbull anyway, after Pitbull, the world's most famous guest rapper who keeps appearing in other people's songs. Look, my theory is that Pitbull just breaks into the studio. Like, other artists are trying to record, and, you know, they're getting ready, they're getting set up, and then from the vents, they hear, like, Mizo Wide, Spanish girls, and then they just go, oh no, Pitbull's here. Pitbull's here for a collaborative verse. And now we have that Pitbull. That Pitbull has been captured. See ya, Scyther, at least for now. Because Pitbull... Is Pitbull a good Pokemon? Not particularly, not in this generation at least. It's not fairy type or anything at the moment. But we started off this game with Flowrider. You see Flowrider here? Flowrider has finally been reunited with his great friend Pitbull. I'll do a bit of leveling up of Pitbull off screen in between episodes at some point, because as you can see, the rest of my Pokemon are a bit beefier than they were before, because I spent a little while on Route 38 trying to catch a Snubble, you know, the result of that is that Gastly now is level 21, it knows Nightshade, it's finally able to contribute to the team, and Sudowoodo is a high level now too, because it knows a fighting type move, and everything on Route 38 seemed to be either normal type or a Magnemite, which is steel type. Where am I going? That's right. We've got a gym in this city that we haven't done yet, but first things first, we're going to go on a visit to a tower. If we head up here to the burned tower, which is a tower that's been burned, we will find our favourite red-headed friend who looks... He looks kind of like a Kabuto from his sprite, to be honest. Jepson. You wanted to get stronger, so you came for the legendary Pokemon that's supposed to be here. That's your story, right? Well, that's not going to happen, because I'm going to get it. I'm going to be the world's greatest trainer, so a legendary Pokemon would be perfect for me. Well, anyway, I'm getting tired of having a wimp like you always showing up. Oh, don't you worry. I've had a little bit of training. Mostly, look, to be honest, it's mostly because I needed a Snubble for a particular reason. But, okay, Haunter. Look, there are good times to use Curse, and there are bad times to use Curse. This was not an appropriate time. You'll do a little bit of damage to me, but actually you might finish me off because I just... Oh no, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay, here we go. So Nightshade does the same amount of damage as Gastly's level. It scales instead of being an attack in that way. So I just wanted to show it off, but Ghastly's now a bit the worse for wear, so we're going to switch over to SOULJA BOY, who is going to tell him. That is a joke that I'm going to keep saying every time I bring out SOULJA BOY, our Flaffy, because SOULJA BOY has some Thundershock for this ZUBAT. Everything seems to be almost killing them today, but that's fine. That's fine. Don't do that. Don't do that, ZUBAT. That's not a fun time. Alright. Yeah, you've got a bunch of annoying Pokemon. I can imagine that Curse would have been terrifying to someone who doesn't understand how it works. I didn't know to like switch out. Jepson is about to use Magnemite. Will Cody change Pokemon? Yeah, I will in fact, you know, switch around between my Pokemon. By the way, Sudowoodo, I'm on the verge of wanting him on my team. If someone has a good name for him, if someone has a suitable name that's just, it's just a funny pun on some, like, you know, musical artist, and the fact that he's a Sudowoodo, I'm likely to keep him on. Otherwise, he's likely to hang around as a hanger-on, at least for now. Bayleaf. Alright, let's change Pokemon to nobody, because I just realized I have Fire Punch on here. He's actually a pretty decent level, so if you weren't prepared, you might be in a bit of trouble. Oh, don't do that. I keep saying that because he keeps doing just mildly annoying things. He just keeps doing Supersonic and Curse and Poison Powder. He's like, huh, I will slightly annoy you to death. Ha ha ha. Ah ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Humph. This is why I hate battling wimps. There's no challenge in it. There was no challenge in that, actually. You would never be able to catch a legendary Pokemon anyway. Sorry, let me read that again. You would never be able to catch a legendary Pokemon anyway. That's how I imagine that to be read. So we have to go to the Pokemon Center, because otherwise it's going to keep doing this because he poisoned my Kadabra. Good evening, you're out late. You too. Which is something that people always accidentally say when they're dealing with customer service people. It's like, you know, have a, what is it, you know, here's your food or whatever, and they go, you too. So, what should we do? I don't know. You two. Hold on. The word you two reminded me. Bono? No. Bono, in no definition, is any variation of rap, R&B, or anything like that. But he does... I feel like Sudowoodo is the kind of person who would wear Bono sunglasses. Okay, I'm leaning towards Bono at this point. I'm thinking about it. If I haven't gotten to your name suggestion, by the way, I've recorded a few of these in like a batch of like 5, because I know I tend to upload sporadically, so I've been trying to produce a bunch of them before, hello, rat. Produce a bunch of them before I go out, but don't you worry, we are going to be going through and naming our Pokemon. So there's stuff happening here. There is definitely stuff happening here, but I don't really wanna, which is to say, we're gonna go to the gym instead, because I don't really feel like it. That's why. Hello, the trainers here have secret motives. This is Jim, the gym person. If you win, they may tell you some deep secrets about Ekrutiak, which is probably how you pronounce it. Can you inflict any damage on our Pokemon? Well, I'd hope so, because at the front of my party is a Pokemon that I just recently got ready to battle which is my new Ghastly, who is doing pretty well for himself as long as you don't all just use Curse just to be pests. which would be annoying. But yeah, Lick, even though it's super effective, Lick is, it's just kind of mildly annoying. Like, it can paralyze, but it's not at this stage stronger than Nightshade for me, I'm pretty sure. Even though it will be super effective. So it does mean that my Ghastly gets paralyzed, but that's fine. We've got other plans. We're gonna bring out, who are we gonna bring out? We're gonna bring out a Psychic type, because technically Ghost type moves are super effective against Psychic types, but thanks to Ghastly being part poison, Psychic is also super effective against Ghost, which made that a pretty useless. So that's why one of the reasons why Psychic was so overpowered in the first generation is Ghost type moves, of which there was Lick, was super effective against Psychic Pokemon, and Bug type moves, of which there was like that, for example, were also super effective, but there was no good variation of Bug type moves or Ghost type moves or Ghost type Pokemon, and that's basically what happened. So we're basically going to be sticking with Kadabra through this, because the thing about a Ghost type gym is that there is basically no choice in this generation but to field mostly part poison type Pokemon. So Kadabra is going to have a field day in this gym. There is, I think they introduced the first, is Misdreavus in this generation? Possibly. We'll probably see her if we do. Misdreavus was the first like pure Ghost type that they introduced, but I'm not sure if that was Generation 2 or not. So let's move Kadabra up to the front. Kadabra's probably going to get a couple more levels in this gym, because we don't really need anything but Kadabra. You're going to play this game? You're going to play this game? I don't remember how to do this, by the way. Oh, I think it's just roads directly to the next person. Stop by on our invisible floor. No, I think I've already figured it out, to be honest, but I have to defeat you anyway, so... Okay, what's wrong with you? Like, you say medium, but you look more like you ate something spicy and your soul's leaking out. We've finally upgraded from Ghastlies to Haunters here with this second trainer, who is not faring any better. My Kadabra is fast and has a strong special attack and is super effective. Basically, having a Kadabra here is just a superpower in this Ghost type gym, because there's just not much in the way of Ghost types by Generation 2 to even consider. A Ghost type gym in like Generation 6 might have fared a bit better, because they started mixing Ghost with like Ground and Ghost with Dark and all of this kind of stuff. Oh, Recover! I wouldn't mind Recover. Let's get rid of Disable, which I never use. And now we have a Healing move, which that's always nice. Kadabra's not exactly a tank, but just for random encounters it means that I can go less often to the... I'm not even going to get your tips, old lady. I'm just going to run on through. I spent the spring with my Pokemon, then summer, fall and winter. Then spring came again. We've lived together for a long time. Yeah, except they're all dead. Yo ho ho. Alright, what have you got? Is it a Haunter? Is it a Haunter? It's a Haunter, everyone! Everyone, are you surprised? Nobody's surprised. I have a Kadabra here who has taken out like 12 of your Ghost type Pokemons and hasn't been damaged yet. My main worry about Kadabra is that PSYBEAM will run out of PP. See you, Sage Jeffrey. Yeah, you did experience, but I haven't seen you experience one of these. Let's go through this final one before we get to Morty over there. I shall win. Oh, that gets straight to the point, doesn't it? What have you got for us? Medium Martha wants to battle. Medium Martha sent out Ghastly. Oh no, not a Ghastly. I wonder what I should do. Oh, that's right. I have a PSYBEAM. As it turns out. It turns out that if you're going to say something like I shall win, you're going to need a better strategy than having... Literally in this dungeon I have seen nothing but Ghastly and Haunted. Sorry, I call it a dungeon because I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild. This is in fact a gym and not a dungeon. It serves completely the same purpose. Okay, and after a Haunter, she's going to bring out a Ghastly just to mix things up because she's a bit sad. And unsurprisingly, KADABRA wipes the floor with this final Ghastly, levels up, and is entirely ready to probably solo Morty. So, in the next exciting episode, we're going to get another gym badge. See you then.